Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a pretty big day. Debbie has a surgery scheduled for her foot today. She's been having on again, off again problems with a foot, and this is actually the third surgery on this particular foot. She's got 2 feet, like most of us. And hopefully we'll still have 2 feet after today as well. But anyway, I'm getting back in the car out of the garage so I can pick her up, and we can get that working today. We'll check in with her in a bit and see how she feels without that. Alright, so I told everybody what's going to happen to you today. I said you're going to have surgery on your foot, and it's your third, that you have 2 feet like everybody does.
I do.
10 toes, 2 feet.
Well, most people. Some people don't have 2 feet. I know that's not right. So, and I said that you're going to have surgery on your foot, and it's the third time.
On the right foot, yes, correct.
Total 4 times for surgery on feet, but this is the third time on the right foot.
Yeah.
You think, what are they doing to you today?
They are doing a joint replacement in the big toe on the right foot.
It's a joint operation.
You're going to have a bionic toe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is this Jamie Summers? Jamie Summers?
All right. Well, we should probably get you to the hospital and get that opened up and get you a new big toe.
Without a big toe.
That's from the movie Stripes. Yeah. So they just wheeled Debbie back into the OR. What they're doing is replacing the joint in her big toe. She's had trouble with her feet for quite some time, and this is the third surgery on the right foot to get her on the right foot.
Good, we're off on the right foot,
if you will. So they took her back. She's going to be in there for a little while. I thought I'd come out here and give you guys a bit of an update on the store, what's happened since we've last talked, and specifically what's happened is we've sold 26 items in the store just in the short time since our last video went up. And I wanted to give a shout out to those people and also give you guys an idea of the kind of diverse things we do sell in the store. So I'll run through this real quick, and then I'll go back inside and see where Debbie stands in the operating room.
Doctor, what about the anesthesia?
Or lays in the operating room. I don't think she'll be standing for a little bit. Anyway, let me run through this list. I'd like to thank Jason in Auburn, Washington for buying the tractors. Jason took advantage of our buy one, get one free. He bought the Tractors title track, their original album from 1994, and then he bought, well, he didn't buy, he got it for free, the Tractors Farmers in a Changing World from 2003. So both of those are going to Auburn, Washington. Thanks, Jason. William in Hebron, Indiana, and I think it's Hebron and not Hebron. We see it's confusing in Indiana because sometimes it's for sales Indiana instead of Versailles, although it's spelled Versailles. And there's a lot of towns in Indiana that do that. For example, there's Galveston, Indiana, which is Galveston in Texas. We have Carmel, Indiana, which is Carmel in California. And as a side note, we also have a little town called Gnome, Indiana, which I like to call Gnome, just to mess with people.
He likes messing around with people's heads, doesn't he?
Anyway, William in Hebron, Indiana, I think it's Hebron, he bought one of many. He bought several of these Falcon headwear, proud to be an American patriotic berets. They're pretty cool. He saw them and wanted them, and we shipped them out to him. Kim in Ash Grove, Missouri, bought a paperweight. Sullivan's Handmade Etched Flowers Lead Crystal Egg Paperweight. It's about 3 inches tall, by about 2.5 inches wide, solid crystal. Very pretty. Does cool things to light when it shines through it.
It's somehow able to bend light. It's the perfect camouflage.
Michael in Wollaston, Massachusetts, got a little double trouble with Stevie Ray Vaughan. He took advantage of a CD. Matthew in Bethany, Illinois, got Beauty and the Beast, Black Diamond VHS. You know, sometimes Black Diamonds are just, if you're out looking for them to resell them, sometimes Black Diamonds mean a lot in VHS world.
Just get me the diamonds.
Not all of them do.
Thank you for the information.
Do in Milpitas, California, bought 15. Now it was bundled as a lot of 5, but they bought 3 lots, so that's a total of 15 reel-to-reel tapes. TDK reel-to-reel.
What are you trying to say to us?
Reel tapes. It's hard to say real. It's really hard to say real to real.
Blooper reel.
Oh, you gotta dig this. So we found this 16 millimeter film at an estate sale, and we have to assume that the estate was from an executive from GM. This 16 millimeter film is GM builds its first 50 million car. I think this was produced in 1954. It's a public relations film for General Motors. In any case, that's going to Paula in Barry, Kentucky. Ashley in Minneapolis, Minnesota bought a Sony PlayStation DualShock 3 wireless controller, and it was brand new, so that's heading out to Ashley in Minneapolis. Anna in Apex, North Carolina, bought some World War II currency from France. So yeah, during occupied time after World War II, there was an issue, obviously, using the currency for the current government.
Is it counterfeit?
People were making phony money, so the U.S. government stepped in and produced money during that time, so that to get those countries back on their feet. Money. So Ricky in Arvada, Colorado, got The Good Girl on DVD.
Good girl.
Chuck in Benton, Illinois, got a vintage Ansco Ready Flash box camera, circa 1953.
Got my financials clear back to 1953.
So Wahab Kebab in Greater Manchester, England, got a vintage Geneva bracelet wristwatch. Pretty cool looking watch. I liked it.
A what?
Max in Brooklyn, New York, bought the vintage Sylvania Blue Dot Press 25 flash bulbs. He must have an old camera that he likes those flash bulbs in. And Josephine in Fallon, Nevada. Josephine got a couple things. Josephine, first of all, bought a 1988 U.S. Mint uncirculated coin set, and then turned right around and purchased a lot of 177 Lincoln Memorial pennies. We box those up together. So we like to combine shipping when we can, and that's precisely what we did for Josephine.
Gee, all that in one box, boss?
Masayuki in Beaverton, Oregon, bought the Volvo logo hat. That hat looked almost new when we picked it up. We brushed it and cleaned it up a little bit, but it was in pretty good shape. Dave in Fallon, Nevada, got the vintage Tower Pixie 2 127 film camera.
Negative. The pixie has left the toadstool.
Ward in Sequim, Washington, got To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, on DVD.
Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Matt in Kenner, Louisiana. I lost my place for a minute. Matt in Kenner, Louisiana. Vintage 80s General Electric AM/FM digital alarm clock. Who didn't have one of these sitting on their nightstand?
Alarm clocks. I never use them. Don't trust them.
Brad from Grand Saline, Texas, got these 2 vintage cobalt blue glass dinner plates. Paul in Cambridge, Massachusetts, got the Big Wedding new sealed DVD. Never watched before Paul getting it.
Before. Never happened before.
So Elon in Houston, Texas, got Rambo First Blood 2 on VHS, released in 1985.
You know, not Rambo 1, but 2.
Yvonne in Riverhead, New York, got Great Songs of Christmas by Great Artists of Our Time. That's on vinyl.
One vinyl record album.
And William in Wichita, Kansas, got Ben Folds 5, Whatever and Ever, Amen on CD. So that's 26 items for those of you that were keeping score at home. And that brings us up to date. That was a lot of things, by the way, that we shipped out in the past few days. But that brings you up to date. And I need to go inside and check on Debbie and collect her and get her in the car if they're done with her. And then I'll check back in with you guys later. So we got Debbie to the hospital just fine. Her surgery went off without a hitch. She came through with flying colors. She got a new joint in her big toe, which is awesome. Doctor says she should be out of pain, because she was in severe pain, by the way. So hobbling around on that as Debbie does. She just pushes through. So she'll be fine. Of course, when she came out of surgery and woke up, I was right there with her, and I told her everything went fine. But they just decided to go ahead and replace the whole leg.
The entire leg?
The look on her face was priceless. But anyway, everything's fine. She's out in the RV, the Mobile Convalescence Center.
You must have time to convalesce,
as I like to refer to it, because it doesn't require a lot of stairs. And she's comfortable out there. It's obviously small living quarters, doesn't take a lot to move around to get to where you need to be. So she's cool out there, and she can always ping me if she needs anything.
Give me a ping, Vasily. One ping only, please.
So I'll come running.
Not that it's going to happen, but I'll come running.
So the one thing that sold while I was talking to you last, by the way, Debbie's doing fine. I just checked on her, so she's awesome. Vintage silver plate goblets, set of 5, varnish protected with a grapevine design. The SKU says it's at SP1 on my top shelf, which is down here.
You're on the top shelf!
We didn't fully box them up for packaging. They're just kind of sitting in here. I do have a knife on me to open this up because I did tape it shut. I sort of started packing them up. They came to us in plastic already. So I don't believe they've been removed from the plastic, and inside it has the little tag that says it was made in Japan.
With parts made in Japan.
They're going to Rock Hill, South Carolina, to Quing in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Thank you very much for buying these goblets. They will be there in a couple days because they'll go out in tomorrow's post, since it's after post office hours right now.
People, as of this minute, the post office is closed.
Those 5 goblets got packaged up and are on their way. They will go out tomorrow morning to the post office. Debbie won't be making that run. She won't be making runs to a lot of places for quite some time. I'm out here wandering around because I believe we got a delivery from UPS. But I also believe somebody already picked it up off the porch and took it inside. So I'm going to go find that. I think it's items I need. We have a bunch more albums and 45s that were sitting in our death pile, and I need to take photos of them. Some of them don't have good paper sleeves anymore, so I ordered some paper sleeves to put them in for protection. And we also put them in plastic sleeves so that we can put the SKU on them. Those sleeves showed up today, so I gotta find that box.
Find that box!
Alright, so the box arrived, which is a good thing. We will get that opened up, put things on the shelf where they need to be so that we can get these 45s and albums taken care of and get some photographs of them and get them listed. Hey, there was another surprise in that box. These little guys, 2 microphones, 2 wireless microphones. If you notice, I walk around this property a lot, and in this room there are fans running, air conditioning running, things like that, which that interferes with the microphone quite a bit. I go outside, I get wind noise. I go even further out to the barn, I'm going to pick up motors from tractors and mowers and things like that. So I figured this might help isolate the audio a little bit. So we're going to try those out. I assume I'm going to have to charge them first, but it's the DJI Mic Mini. Comes in its own recharging box. I'll let you know how it works out. In fact, you'll hear how it works out. Alright, well, I've done some tests on this microphone, and I think it sounds pretty darn good. Using it right now, and I thought I'd walk outside and see how it sounds. So what I've done since you last saw me, I delisted 10 items on the eBay store, and rewrote the titles and descriptions, and relisted them. And I also changed the photos around on them. As you know, that's a daily task that I do. But we've got, 1,140 some items in the store. And some of those items are from January, I think is when they're listed. They're probably older than that, but that was the last time I freshly listed them. So, and if I do 10 a day, I usually stay, what is that, 4 months? 7 months, I guess. I stay 7 months ahead of things. Anyway, I'm out here at the convalescent RV. Thought I'd check on Debbie. She probably wouldn't appreciate it if I came in with the camera rolling, so I'll let you know how she's doing. All right, well, Debbie's doing just fine. She's on some pain meds, taking a nap. And she reminded me that while she's in there doing that, nobody's doing her chores. And those still need to be done. One of those chores is taking care of our barn cats. So thought I'd come out to the barn and see how they're doing on food. And it would appear they have plenty of food and water for the night. So I will leave that as it is and check on them again tomorrow. And I think we're good out here. Well, I got a new shirt, wearing a hat, so it must be a different day, right? That's what I'm thinking. Just got an alert from Alexa that we have another package showing up on the front door. And I think that is the rest of my record sleeves to get my albums, 45s, and little 10-inch records done. And I think some packing paper. So we're going to walk around here to the front of the homestead and see what UPS has delivered. Well, that's weird, because I see nothing here. This happened the last time.
Everyone's taking my stuff!
There's no package. How could I have an alert that a package showed up when there's no package? Did they stick it in our side door? We'll go over here and look. Ah, they put it in the side door that nobody uses, except the UPS guy when he thinks it's going to rain, maybe. Okay, so he thinks it's going to rain. Well, I'm going to grab these. They're right here. I'm going to grab those and get those back where they belong. So those are some of the 45s right there that we have yet to go through and find new sleeves for. And I don't know if you can see them over here in the corner or not, but there are some down here as well, right there. We've already put those in paper and plastic, but we've not taken photographs of those yet, so they haven't been listed. And then I believe still on the album hit parade, we have this small stack to go through, and this stack to go through, and we have many of these 10-inch records. They're still in boxes over on the shelf, but I need to get those out and go through those as well. So we had in here, these are the sleeves for the 10-inch records, and what just showed up today are the 12-inch inner record sleeves, and then these are the plastic outer sleeves that go over the jackets. The 45 stuff, I think, is sitting in a bin over in that corner where we've got film projectors and record players that haven't been listed yet. So we've got quite a bit to do here in the eBay room to get things listed. I left the packing paper out on the front porch because it was too heavy to carry, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go back out there, get that. That needs to go out to where we package things up, which is in the eBay office. So it's a bit of a carry after I grab that. All right. It feels like packing paper. It's heavy like packing paper. Probably ought to open it up and ensure that it is packing paper. What's wrong with my knife today? It doesn't want to cut. And the answer is, it is packing paper. There you go. Big thing of packing paper. And we'll move that off to the other room. Oh. So when we last left Sunnybrook Farm yesterday, I had just packaged up some vintage silver plate goblets. Today, when I got up this morning, we had 2 more items to add to that order to get to the post office today. And that'd be my cell phone. Oh, Debbie's calling me. And by the way, Debbie update. She's doing well today, but when she calls, I gotta go check on her. So I'll be right back. And so we got to go out here to the convalescent RV home and spa, I think is what we need to call that now. We'll add that word to it. Anyway, let's get through security. Yeah, they got to do a background check on us to get into this place. There we go.
Authorized entry.
All right, well, all is well in the land of the RV. Debbie's eating her food, which is good. She's got an appetite. She says her pain level with, she's taking some oxycodone or something like that to help her with the pain. And it was about time for a pill, so her pain level was up to about a 6 or 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, so she'll be all right as soon as that pill kicks in.
You take the blue pill.
So what was I telling you? Yesterday, we shipped out those goblets, and now, so I got up this morning, and we had sold 2001 U.S. Mint uncirculated coin set. And actually the person that bought that set, we had 2 of those sets, and they bought both sets. And that went to Gregory in Rockville, Maryland. So thank you, Gregory. Appreciate that. And then we also sold the raspberries, Go All the Way, and With You in My Life, a 45 RPM little disc from 1972. And that went to Scott in Costa Mesa, California.
Deal Beach, Costa Mesa, Dana Point, San Clemente.
So, thank you, Scott. We really appreciate that. Everything's going to the post office today and out. We're ready for the next orders to come in. Hey, also while we were gone, we had some other fun around the homestead. As I've mentioned before, we have a pretty large area here. Several buildings we deal with on 16 acres of land. And we have a couple wells for water. And one of the wells kind of blew up on us the other day. So that was some excitement.
Hey, there's no water!
In the midst of eBay sales and regular gigs and everything else, and Debbie's surgery, was the lack of water. Thankfully, my youngest son is a plumber. He crawled under the house to check the wellhead because, of course, the well would be under the house. It wouldn't be in a place where you could easily get to it. He crawled under there, pulled the wellhead, checked the lines. He in fact, crawled under there several times. Basically, the pump we had was not holding prime. When we were on our RV trip, the well pump blew. at that point. It was an old well pump, and my instructions to my son at that time were, get it replaced, don't spend a ton of money. So he got it replaced, didn't spend a ton of money. I think he went to Menards and bought a $200 shallow well pump. He installed it, and it worked, sort of. It'd lose prime about every other week, and we'd have to reprime the pump. Eventually, the pump just gave up the ghost and quit working, and that's what happened. So we returned that since it was still under warranty return, because I think the pump was just faulty. The first pump was just old. The second pump was faulty. The third pump, we went out and bought a contractor grade pump. So we spent a little money and got ourselves a McDonald's shallow well pump. It's been running great so far. In fact, this new higher end pump runs at a higher pressure. So we got a lot more pressure, water pressure in the house. Let's just pray the pipes hold it, right? So that's everything that's happened since our last video, I think. So Debbie's surgery, 26 items sold in the store, no water to speak of. I think that's about it. Huh. Okay, you're up to date.
There, all caught up.
Now we can get on to listing some things. We're going to start with a VCR that we brought in from the storage room. I've tested it. It works great. In fact, I've watched a couple movies on it, so I do know it works. It doesn't have a remote, but we'll see if it sells.
It's gonna sell because I said it's gonna sell.
We had a sale come in while we were taking pictures of that VCR, and it's for the vintage miniature bulbs. W44 original box, automotive, looks great. They are up in here. These guys, they just sold. We'll get those boxed up.
You're a box within a box?
All right, let's get these guys boxed up. First, let's make sure they're, I know they're in here because literally I took pictures of these just the other day. So I know they're still in there. So there are 4 bulbs on this side, as you see. And if we look inside, there should be 5 bulbs on the other side. And there they are, 5 bulbs on that side. So that's a total of 9 bulbs. Extended life miniature lamps. I think W44 was the model number on those. And they're going to go in this box right here. One of the things I haven't done yet was print out the packing slip for this item. So I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go yet, but we will let you know that by the time we get this done, boxed up. Some assembly required on these little boxes, and get rid of those tabs. And just because of their light bulbs, we're going to wrap them up in some bubble pack. And are you a person that likes your bubbles on the outside or your bubbles on the inside?
Bubble, bubble, little bat.
So, and what I'm saying is, see, that's smooth right there, right? And that is not so smooth. So these are the bubbles. That's the bubble side. I like my bubbles on the inside. I'm a bubbles on the inside kind of guy. It doesn't matter, I don't think. I just prefer my bubbles on the inside, I think. I had tape when I started this day. Stand by.
5 minutes, stand by. 5 minutes, stand by.
And there's the tape that I started my day out with. I got moved to the other side of the room when I was doing packing paper and recreating my my photo table with my packing paper.
It's a simple postmodern fusion of origami and pop-up.
All right, this is going to James in Pengilly, Minnesota. I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't get me started on town names again. Maybe it's Penjili. You just never know. You just never know.
You just never know.
All right, so I think that brings you up to speed where we left off since our last video. It's been a busy time in the BSonex eBay store, which is always a good thing. Debbie's off recovering, so I'm kind of a one-man show here for a little while. I sure miss her behind the scenes. You really don't know how much a person does for you until they're not there doing it, right? But she'll recover quickly. She's out in the convalescent RV, so we'll get her back up on her feet here in just a little bit. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.